Hell, there are so many mysteries surrounding our moon. Some people think it's a giant ball of cheese. Others believe it was made of green jelly. But one thing we know for sure is that our lives would be very different without it. Let's find out what would happen if the Earth had no moon. Our moon is not just a pretty face. It does a lot to help us out. First off, it stabilizes our planet's tilt. Without the moon, the Earth would wobble much more, which means our weather would be all over the place. No more nice gradual changes from summer to winter. Instead, we'd have crazy shifts in temperature from season to season. And not only that, but the Earth would wobble closer to the sun every 27 days, meaning some parts of the world would experience hellish heat waves. The moon also slows down the Earth's rotation, which makes our days a bit longer. If there were no moon, we would spin faster, making our days shorter. Scientists estimate that without the moon, the Earth would rotate about 2.5 times faster. So if you're born at noon on a normal day, you'd be born around 6 o'clock in the morning. Without the moon, your biological clock would be all out of whack because the moon's gravity actually affects how long it takes for you to get a good night's sleep. Studies show that when the moon is full, people sleep for less time. Another thing that would be different is the length of our year. The moon's gravity affects ocean tides. Without the moon, the oceans would be in serious trouble. Since the moon's gravity pulls on the oceans, making them bulge out a little bit, which creates those ocean tides that we all know and love. Without that extra gravitational pull, the oceans would still have tides, but they'd be way weaker. The tides we do experience are actually caused by a combination of the moon and the sun's gravitational forces. So even if the sun didn't exist, we would still have tides, just not as strong as they are now. But wait, if the moon and the sun's gravitational forces combine to make tides, wouldn't that mean that if the moon got closer to the sun, the tides would get stronger? You bet your bilge pumps they would. In fact, if the moon orbited the sun instead of the Earth, it would cause massive flooding in the oceans. But let's say that instead of orbiting the sun, the moon simply vanished. Without the moon's gravitational pull, the water in the oceans would slowly drift away from the Earth, drifting into outer space. Thankfully, the sun would swoop in to save the day, or rather the Earth, by pulling the water back into our planet's atmosphere. Without the moon, we would also lose a lot of cool space photos. We could still take great photos of the Earth from space, but the moon was always great photogenic material. We'd also lose the moon landings, which is kind of sad. Sure, we can go back and watch the old footage, but nothing beats Neil Armstrong's famous quote, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Plus, without the moon landings, we'd never know what happened to those moon rocks. Were they really a hoax? Was the moon made of cheese? Did aliens steal them? Who knows? Even though the moon may seem like just a big rock in the sky, it does a lot to help us out. But hey, if it ever did disappear, at least we'd have the memories of those amazing moon landings and we'd have this video. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to stay tuned for more fun science videos.